Part 1, Introduction to Lung Health Basics. Hey everyone, welcome to this deep dive into keeping your lungs strong and your breathing smooth. Today we're talking about the essentials of respiratory wellness, how much oxygen your body can pull in for energy, clearing out built-up toxins, and preventing those nagging issues like chronic obstructive conditions or even long-term risks. If you've been dealing with stubborn mucus that won't budge, a dry cough that lingers, or just want to boost your lung capacity, stick around because we're covering practical steps to support your breathing naturally. Lungs are the powerhouse for oxygen delivery, and when they're not firing on all cylinders, it affects everything from daily energy to overall vitality. Think about it. Every breath fuels your cells, helps detoxify your system, and keeps inflammation at bay. Common hurdles like poor air quality or past habits can clog things up. But the good news is your body responds amazingly well to simple, natural supports that encourage clearance and repair without harsh interventions. We'll explore a lineup of gentle plant-based options in easy-to-use forms like capsules or extracts. No heavy-duty meds here, just everyday helpers that trigger your body's own cleaning processes. For instance, if dry coughs are keeping you up or slowing you down, there's a straightforward oil that can soften things up and get things moving in as little as a couple of hours, safe for kids and adults alike. It works by soothing the airways while promoting natural expectoration, all without any irritating side effects. Stay tuned through the whole video. We're connecting lung health to liver function too, since they're team players in detoxification, and I'll answer your questions live as we go. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and drop a comment saying, "Thanks for the tips." These sessions are all about loading up on knowledge, sparking motivation, and taking real steps toward better health, no matter the weather or season. One big misconception about lungs? They're often blamed solely on external factors, but internal buildup from everyday exposures plays a huge role. Imagine inhaling thousands of tiny particles daily. Over time, that adds up, reducing your oxygen intake and straining your system. The key is proactive care, starting with awareness and small changes that amplify your body's resilience. Understanding respiratory challenges. Respiratory health isn't just about avoiding colds, it's about maintaining that vital exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide to keep your energy levels steady. When pathways get inflamed or clogged, it leads to fatigue, shortness of breath, and even higher risks for serious conditions down the line. Supporting your lungs means focusing on clearance, helping mucus move out efficiently so toxins don't linger. Dry coughs, for example, signal irritation without productive clearance, often from dryness or minor infections. Wet coughs with stuck phlegm point to stagnation, where the body struggles to expel buildup. Both can stem from allergies, pollution, or weakened immunity, but natural aids excel at bridging the gap, encouraging gentle expectoration while calming the tissues. Beyond symptoms, lung volume matters. How much air you can hold and use impacts everything from workouts to restful sleep. Low capacity means less oxygen for muscles and brain, leading to sluggishness. Building it back involves habits that expand airways and improve efficiency, like targeted breathing or supportive nutrients. Proactive prevention is crucial too. Chronic exposures, like urban air or indoor irritants, wear down defenses over years. Early intervention with anti-inflammatory naturals can halt progression, preserving lung function for the long haul. Remember, your respiratory system is resilient, but needs consistent nudges to stay optimal. The link to overall detox. Lungs and liver work hand in hand for detox. Lungs handle gaseous exchanges, while the liver processes what circulates systemically. When one lags, the other compensates, creating a cycle of strain. For instance, toxin overload from environment or diet burdens both, leading to fatigue or inflammation. Clearing lungs starts with reducing intake, fresh air, hydration, and avoidance of irritants, but internal support accelerates the process. Natural compounds that thin mucus or soothe linings allow the body to expel residues naturally, easing the liver's load too. This interconnectedness means holistic care yields the best results. Boosting one organ supports the other, creating a ripple effect for better energy, clearer skin, and sharper focus. Simple routines like morning rituals with supportive elements can make a noticeable difference in weeks. Ignoring the duo often leads to compounded issues like persistent coughs tied to digestive woes. Addressing them together through diet tweaks and aids breaks the cycle, restoring balance without overwhelm. Getting started with natural supports. Ready to act? Begin with basics. Deep breathing exercises to expand capacity, paired with hydration to keep mucus fluid. Add in plant extracts for targeted help. Thyme, for example, has been a go-to for respiratory ease due to its compounds that promote clearance. Thyme extract in capsule form, around 500 milligrams, works wonders. Women might start with 1 gram daily, men up to 2 grams based on weight. Take on an empty stomach for faster absorption, though with food if it feels strong. It stimulates natural expectoration without harshness, ideal for ongoing support. Combined with ginger root capsules, 500 milligram doses, 1 to 4 per day scaled to needs for synergy. Ginger warms and thins secretions, enhancing thyme's effects. Use for at least 90 days to see real shifts in lung comfort and breathing ease. Mid-morning with water works best, delaying meals for an hour to avoid dilution. Your lungs will thank you with increased capacity and vitality. For acute dry coughs, reach for pure cacao butter, solid chunks that melt easily. Its emollient fats coat and lubricate passages, turning unproductive coughs productive swiftly. Unlike synthetic options, it nourishes tissues, backed by traditional use for soothing respiratory dryness. Prep is easy. Break off a chunk, a teaspoon for kids, tablespoon for adults, warm gently, steam bath or low heat for 20 seconds, and consume warm. Repeat every 2 to 3 hours as needed. It melts in the mouth, delivering relief without residue. This natural approach avoids dependency, fostering true clearance. Part 2. Building a natural support routine. Diving deeper, let's build on those foundational steps by creating a simple daily routine tailored for respiratory wellness. Consistency is key. Think of it as gentle maintenance that enhances your body's natural detox pathways, improving oxygen flow and reducing irritation over time. Start small. Pair your morning routine with hydration and light movement to maximize absorption and effects. A core duo for ongoing lung support includes herbal extracts that target mucus clearance and inflammation. Thyme, rich in antimicrobial compounds, relaxes bronchial muscles and loosens buildup, making it ideal for daily use. Studies show its extracts can inhibit bacteria linked to respiratory issues, promoting easier breathing without side effects. Dose it thoughtfully. For a 500 milligram capsule, aim for 1 gram daily for most women, scaling up to 1.5 to 2 grams for men over 80 kilograms. That's 2 to 4 capsules split across the day. Empty stomach enhances uptake, but pair with a light fat source like a spoonful in medium-chain triglycerides if it feels intense, allowing quicker delivery to airways. Ginger complements this perfectly with its warming properties that thin secretions and ease spasms. Research highlights ginger's role in reducing oxidative stress in lungs, supporting better airflow during activity or recovery. Use 500 milligram capsules, 1 to 2 for lighter needs, or 3 to 4 for more robust support, taken alongside thyme for amplified results. Commit to this combo for 90 days minimum. Many notice smoother breaths and less congestion within weeks. Mid-morning with water works best, delaying meals by an hour to avoid dilution. Your lungs will thank you with increased capacity and vitality. For those tougher days with dry irritation, cacao butter remains a standout. Its emollient fats coat and lubricate passages, turning unproductive coughs productive swiftly. Unlike synthetic options, it nourishes tissues, backed by traditional use for soothing respiratory dryness. Prep is easy. Break off a chunk, teaspoon for kids, tablespoon for adults, Warm gently, steam bath or low heat for 20 seconds, and consume warm. Repeat every 2 to 3 hours as needed. It melts in the mouth, delivering relief without residue. This natural approach avoids dependency, fostering true clearance. Enhancing with targeted sprays. When infections hit the upper airways, a simple spray can shift the tide without overwhelming your system. Colloidal silver in mist form offers broad antimicrobial action, targeting bacteria and viruses in throat and nasal passages. Evidence suggests it reduces pathogen growth in respiratory tracts, aiding quicker recovery from minor bugs. Opt for a nasal or throat applicator, 1 to 2 sprays per nostril or into the mouth, 2 to 3 times daily during acute phases. It's non-habit forming, unlike constricting drops, and safe for all ages. Many use it to break cycles of congestion. Pair it with saline rinses for deeper cleanse, promoting sinus drainage and lung ease. Oregano oil drops provide another layer, with carvacrol compounds that fight inflammation and microbes. Dilute in carrier oil or water, 1 to 2 drops under the tongue or in tea to support bronchial health. Clinical insights show it improves lung function in inflammatory conditions, making it a versatile add-on. Use sparingly during flare-ups. Oregano's potency shines in short bursts, enhancing overall routine without daily necessity. Always test for sensitivity. Its natural strength bolsters immunity, reducing recurrence. This targeted toolkit keeps things light. Sprays for spot relief, herbs for steady progress. Track how your breathing evolves. Deeper inhales signal success. Essential vitamins for respiratory resilience. No lung support is complete without key nutrients that fortify defenses and repair tissues. Vitamin D tops the list, regulating immune responses and reducing inflammation in airways. Deficiency links to poorer function in chronic issues. Supplementation boosts forced expiratory volume per studies on respiratory patients. Aim for 4,000 IU daily for women, 6,000 to 8,000 IU for men, scaled by weight, or 2,000 IU for children, taken with fats for absorption. Morning dosing aligns with natural rhythms, enhancing oxygen utilization during the day. Combined with sun exposure for synergy, watching levels via blood work. Zinc pairs dynamically, curbing viral replication and supporting mucosal integrity. At 25 to 50 milligrams daily, it shortens infection duration and eases symptoms, especially in oxidative stress scenarios. Split doses to avoid nausea. It's a staple for seasonal threats, amplifying vitamin D's effects. Vitamin C rounds it out as an antioxidant powerhouse, protecting cells from pollution damage and aiding collagen in lung linings. Fresh sources like berries provide bioavailable forms, but 500 to 1,000 milligram supplements fill gaps, improving function in inflammatory states. Used during exposure risks for proactive shield. For low-key maintenance, 2 to 3 times weekly suffices post-exposure or for detox. Aggressive phases call for daily. These vitamins integrate seamlessly, elevating routine efficacy. Daily integration tips. Weave this into life effortlessly. Start mornings with vitamins and herbs, midday cacao if needed, evening spray for wind down. Hydrate abundantly. Water thins mucus, amplifying everything. Light walks post-dose circulate benefits, building endurance gradually. Monitor progress. Journal breath ease or cough frequency. Adjustments personalize. Less if sensitive, more for challenges. This routine empowers, turning vulnerabilities into strengths without complexity.
Part 3. Deepening the liver-lung connection. Building on your routine, it's time to explore how lungs and liver team up for total detox. Your respiratory system clears airborne toxins while the liver filters everything else circulating through blood. When lungs struggle with buildup, it overloads the liver, leading to widespread fatigue and inflammation. Strengthening this partnership naturally boosts energy and resilience, as both organs self-repair with the right nudges like targeted herbs and habits. The liver processes metabolic waste from lung activity, converting toxins into safer forms for elimination via bile or urine. Poor lung function means more reabsorbed particles burdening the liver, creating a vicious cycle of oxidative stress. Herbal supports that aid both, such as milk thistle for liver protection and thyme for airways, break this loop, enhancing overall clearance and reducing chronic strain. In practice, this means prioritizing detox aids that cross-support. Anti-inflammatory compounds reduce swelling in both systems, improving oxygen delivery and metabolic efficiency. Daily integration yields better sleep, sharper focus, and fewer flare-ups as the duo operates more harmoniously. Key herbs for dual detox. Focus on versatile plants that soothe lungs while easing liver workload, nature's way to amplify healing without isolation. Milk thistle stands out, with silymarin protecting liver cells from toxins and indirectly benefiting lungs by curbing systemic inflammation. Research shows it enlarges alveolar spaces and cuts lipid buildup in liver tissue, fostering better vascularization for oxygen exchange. Take 200 to 400 milligrams standardized extract daily. Split doses with meals for steady absorption. Women around 300 milligrams, men up to 600 milligrams based on body size. Use for 8 to 12 weeks to notice smoother breathing and lighter digestion, especially if environmental exposures are high. Pair with liver-friendly greens like dandelion in tea for synergy. Dandelion root excels as a diuretic and bile promoter, flushing liver residues while supporting lung moisture balance to prevent dryness. Its antioxidants combat oxidative damage in both organs, aiding mucus flow and toxin export. Brew 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried root in hot water for 10 minutes, sipping 2 to 3 cups daily. Capsules at 500 milligrams work for convenience. This herb's gentle action suits ongoing use, enhancing fenugreek's mucus breaking from earlier routines. Track liver enzyme improvements via checkups for validation. N-acetylcysteine, or NAC, bridges the gap as a glutathione booster, detoxifying liver while thinning lung mucus for easier expulsion. It reduces inflammation in respiratory tissues and prevents liver toxicity from pollutants. Dose 600 to 1200 milligrams daily, divided, with vitamin C for uptake. Start low if new to it. NAC shines during detox phases like post-pollution or seasonal shifts, cutting recovery time by supporting cellular repair. Combine with hydration to maximize flow.
Bronchial soothers for clearance. For bronchial health, turn to herbs that open passages and calm spasms, easing the liver's indirect load from poor oxygenation. Mullein leaf tops the list, traditionally used to lubricate airways and expel deep-seated phlegm. Its saponins soothe irritated membranes, improving airflow in conditions like bronchitis or allergies. Prepare as tea, 1 teaspoon per cup, steep 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times daily, or use 300 to 500 milligram capsules for targeted action. It's especially helpful for dry coughs, promoting productive release without irritation. Many report deeper breaths within days. Licorice root complements by toning mucus linings and liquefying stubborn buildup, while its anti-inflammatory glycyrrhizin eases liver congestion too. Avoid excess if blood pressure is a concern. 100 to 200 milligrams deglycyrrhizinized form daily is safe and effective for respiratory support. Sip licorice tea post-meals or add to mullein blends for enhanced bronchodilation, fostering clear passages over 4 to 6 weeks. Pipale, or long pepper, warms and circulates, breaking up stagnation in lungs and stimulating liver enzymes for better detox. Its pepperin boosts nutrient absorption, amplifying other herbs. Use 25 to 500 milligram capsules or pinchin teas 1 to 2 times daily, ideal for cold weather routines. Practical detox habits. Incorporate steam therapy to open airways and mobilize toxins for liver processing. Inhale eucalyptus or peppermint vapors for 5 to 10 minutes twice daily. This loosens mucus, widens vessels, and supports natural cleansing, reducing overall burden. Follow with positional breathing. Lie on your side or stomach over pillows, using a 1 to 2 inhale-exhale ratio to drain sinuses and encourage flow. Do 5 minutes per position, morning and night, for gradual lung expansion. Diet tweaks matter. Load up on cruciferous veggies, berries, and omega-3s to fuel antioxidants in both organs. Garlic honey mixes, 2 cloves crushed with a spoon of honey, mornings, break mucus while aiding liver immunity. Fenugreek soaks add another layer, targeting congestion without overwhelm. These habits, layered with herbs, create a seamless detox flow. Monitoring and adjustments. Journal symptoms like breath depth or energy dips to gauge progress. Expect shifts in 2 to 4 weeks. Consult pros for persistent issues, especially with liver history. This interconnected approach empowers lasting wellness, turning daily care into profound vitality.
Part 4. Advanced Detox Blends and Teas. Expanding your toolkit, let's craft soothing teas that nourish both lungs and liver, blending herbs for synergistic detox. These warm infusions deliver antioxidants directly, thinning mucus while shielding liver cells from oxidative load. Perfect for daily rituals that enhance clearance and vitality. Start with 1 to 2 cups morning and afternoon, adjusting for taste and tolerance to build consistent support. Green tea forms the base, packed with EGCG that combats lung inflammation and protects liver from fatty buildup. Studies show 2+ cups daily improve function, reducing markers like ALT in those with metabolic stress. Brew loose leaves, 1 teaspoon per cup, at 175 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 minutes to preserve compounds. No boiling to avoid bitterness. Layer in ginger slices, fresh, 1-inch piece grated, for warming circulation, flushing respiratory toxins, and easing liver congestion. Its gingerols inhibit swelling in airways and promote bioflow, aiding dual detox. Add post-steep for raw potency, sipping slowly to soothe throat irritation. Turmeric root or powder, 1/2 teaspoon, add curcumin's anti-inflammatory punch, curbing lung fibrosis and liver fat accumulation. Pair with black pepper pinch to boost absorption by 2,000%. Research confirms this combo lowers AST/ALT in fatty liver cases. Stir into the blend for golden hues and deep healing. Licorice root, 1/4 teaspoon chopped, sweetens naturally, liquefying phlegm while glycyrrhizin guards liver against viruses. Limit to 2-week cycles if pressure sensitive. Deglycyrrhizinated versions suit ongoing use. It enhances overall blend efficacy, promoting smoother exhalation. Steep the mix 5 to 10 minutes, strain, and enjoy. Honey optional for throat coat, but skip if sugar sensitive. This tea routine, 90 days strong, fosters clearer passages and energized detox. Honey-infused respiratory aids. For potent antimicrobial boosts, elevate with specialized honeys that target infections without antibiotics. Manuka honey, graded by UMF 10+ for activity, floods airways with methylglycoxyl to fight bacteria and soothe inflammation. Evidence links higher grades to faster wound healing in respiratory tissues, indirectly easing liver burden from chronic bugs. Dose 1 teaspoon pure, under 60 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 to 3 times daily, or stir into teas post-cooling. Kids half that. Its prebiotic fibers support gut-liver axis, amplifying systemic cleanse. Use for acute coughs or seasonal support, rotating to avoid tolerance. Raw local honey serves as accessible alternative, retaining pollen enzymes that desensitize allergies and clear sinus mucus. 1 to 2 teaspoons in warm, not hot blends daily builds immunity, reducing lung strain. Studies note its cough-suppressing edge over synthetics, fostering productive release. Combine with garlic, crushed clove, steeped 10 minutes, strained. A licensed sulfur boosts liver enzymes while breaking bronchial plugs. This duo, 1 times daily, detoxes deeply without overwhelm. Avoid oversweetening, focus on therapeutic amounts for true benefits over indulgence. Chlorophyll and omega boosts for oxygen flow.
To supercharge oxygen transport, chlorophyll liquid emerges as a game changer, mimicking hemoglobin to bind and deliver more air to cells. Derived from greens like alfalfa, it thins blood naturally, easing lung expansion and liver oxygenation. Athletes report 20% endurance gains. Sip 1 tablespoon in water daily for similar lifts.
Choose liquid over pills for bioavailability. Mix in 8 ounces water, empty stomach mornings. It colors stools green harmlessly, signaling active detox. Pair with magnesium for enhanced uptake, supporting both organs' repair. Omega-3s from fish or algae oil, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams EPA, DHA, lubricate membranes, reducing lung viscosity and liver fat. Trials show reduced inflammation markers in respiratory patients, improving flow. Take with meals to avoid fishy aftertaste. This combo elevates capacity. Chlorophyll for volume, omegas for smoothness. Notice deeper breaths during walks in weeks. Addressing common detox hurdles. Detox can stir mild symptoms like fatigue or loose stools, signs of mobilization. Hydrate extra, half body weight in ounce water daily, and ease in gradually, halving doses first week. Probiotics, fermented foods or 10 to 20 billion CFUs, stabilize gut during shifts, preventing reabsorption. If sensitivities arise, e.g. ginger heat, swap for milder fennel. Track via app, energy, cough, digestion. Persistent unease? Pause and consult. Tailoring ensures sustainability. For smokers quitting, accelerate with NAC, 600 milligrams alongside. It replenishes glutathione, speeding tar clearance. Combine with breathing drills for 30% faster recovery. These strategies overcome barriers, turning detox into seamless progress. Lifestyle layers for lasting results. AMP routines with anti-inflammatory eats. Berries for quercetin, mucus thinner. Cruciferous like broccoli for sulforaphane, liver enzyme booster. Aim 5+ servings daily, steaming to retain nutrients. Movement matters. Brisk 30-minute walks daily expand alveoli, aiding clearance. Yoga poses like child's or bridge invert gently, draining lymph for liver aid. Sleep 7 to 9 hours optimizes repair. Elevated head prevents reflux into lungs. Quit irritants, no secondhand smoke, use HEPA filters indoors. Layer these for compounded gains. Your body thrives on holistic nudges.
Part 5. Crafting a maintenance routine. Now that you've built a solid foundation, let's lock in a sustainable maintenance routine to keep lungs and liver thriving long-term. This phase shifts from intensive detox to daily habits that prevent buildup, ensuring steady oxygen flow and toxin clearance without burnout. Aim for 80% consistency. Small, repeatable actions compound into lasting resilience, like 7 to 9 hours sleep nightly to prime both organs for repair. Start with hydration as your cornerstone. 8 to 10 glasses of filtered water daily flushes residues through urine and breath, thinning lung mucus while diluting liver toxins. Add lemon slices for citric acid's enzyme boost, or herbal infusions like nettle for diuretic support. Evidence shows this combo enhances kidney-liver synergy, reducing inflammation markers. Track intake via app. Morning glass kickstarts metabolism. Layer in timed nutrient windows. Mornings for fat-soluble aids, chlorophyll or omegas with breakfast. Afternoons for water-soluble, vitamin C and D with lunch. This aligns with circadian rhythms, optimizing absorption. Studies link consistent dosing to 20 to 30% better function in respiratory patients. Rotate herbs weekly to avoid adaptation, keeping the routine fresh. Evening wind-down supports overnight detox, light dinner, greens, lean protein, followed by breathing exercises. Avoid screens an hour before bed. Quality rest from 10 p.m. activates liver's peak phase, clearing lung-related metabolites. Journal weekly. Note energy or breath ease to refine. Weekly reset practices. Incorporate low-effort resets to amplify maintenance. Think 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week, blending movement and breath for dual-organ tune-up. Brisk walks in fresh air expand alveoli, while circulating blood to liver, cutting fat accumulation by promoting enzyme activity. Aim 150 minutes moderate cardio. Research confirms it lowers ALT levels and boosts force vital capacity. Yoga sequences like cat-cow or alternate nostril breathing drain sinuses and stimulate abdominal organs, easing liver stagnation. Practice 10 minutes post-walk. Inhales fill lungs deeply, exhales expel CO2 buildup. Users report 15% better airflow after 4 weeks. Add sauna sessions, 15 minutes, 2 times a week if accessible. Sweat mobilizes fat-soluble toxins, supporting both systems without strain. Steam inhalation weekly loosens any lingering phlegm. 5 to 10 minutes with eucalyptus, followed by positional drainage, lying over pillows. This enhances ciliary action in airways, reducing liver's compensatory load. Pair with dry brushing toward heart to lymph drainage, fostering holistic flow. For variety, try contrast showers. Alternate 30 seconds hot and cold to vasoconstrict and dilate vessels, mimicking exercise benefits. This invigorates circulation, aiding oxygen delivery and waste removal. Personalized adjustments by need. Tailor your routine to lifestyle. Active folks amp omegas for endurance, desk-bound add more walks for circulation. If history of exposures, e.g. urban living, prioritize antioxidants. Double berries or green tea for quercetin, which stabilizes mast cells in lungs and shields liver from radicals.
Women in hormonal shifts, for example perimenopause, emphasize milk thistle cycles, 3 months on-off, to balance estrogen metabolism, preventing lung dryness from fluctuations. Men with higher muscle mass scale zinc and D to 50 milligrams, supporting testosterone and respiratory repair. For families, kid-friendly tweaks, half doses of cacao butter or honey ginger tea, plus play-based movement like tag games. Monitor via a pediatric check-ins. Routines adapt easily, building family-wide habits. Seasonal tweaks matter. Winter boosts warming ginger and licorice for dry air. Summer emphasizes hydration and chlorophyll for pollen. Track environmental factors. Apps for air quality guide intensity. If challenges persist, e.g. fatigue, baseline tests like liver enzymes and spirometry guide tweaks. Consult pros for meds interactions. Personalization maximizes gains. Overcoming plateaus. Hitting a plateau? Audit exposures. Swap processed snacks for whole foods, cutting hidden sugars that spike inflammation. Introduce fasting windows, 12 to 14 hours overnight, 3x weekly. Intermittent pauses rest liver, enhancing autophagy and lung cells. Stress management breaks break stalls. 5-minute meditation daily lowers cortisol, which otherwise burdens both organs. Techniques like 4-7-8 breathing, inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8, calms vagus nerve, improving oxygenation. Reassess quarterly. Rotate supplements, add new herbs like burdock for variety. Community support online groups motivate. Sharing progress reignites momentum. These pivots keep evolution steady, turning routine into effortless wellness. Long-term wellness vision. Sustained by viewing maintenance as investment. Clearer breaths fuel adventures. Lighter liver powers focus. Celebrate milestones, deeper runs or fewer coughs with non-food rewards. Over months, expect sustained vitality, reduced risks, and empowered health autonomy. Integrate mindfully. Consistency over perfection yields profound shifts.
Part 6. Long-term maintenance and prevention. Shifting to prevention, this stage focuses on lifelong habits that safeguard lungs and liver from decline, emphasizing avoidance and building reserves for resilience. Daily choices like clean air and balanced intake prevent toxin accumulation, reducing risks of chronic issues by up to 30% over years. Consistency here turns knowledge into protection, fostering vitality well into later life. Start by minimizing exposures. Opt for HEPA-filtered homes to trap particles, cutting indoor pollution that strains both organs. Avoid secondhand irritants. Studies link even brief exposure to higher inflammation markers in lungs and elevated liver enzymes. Urban dwellers use N95 masks on high AQI days. Rural folks steer clear of wood smoke. This baseline defense amplifies prior routines, preserving function effortlessly. Nutrition anchors prevention. Prioritize fiber-rich whole foods, oats, apples, and beans to bind toxins for liver export and lubricate lung linings. Antioxidants from berries and greens neutralize free radicals, with research showing 20% lower oxidative stress in adherent groups. Limit processed items. High sodium and sugars promote fluid retention and fat buildup, taxing both systems. Incorporate lean proteins like fish and legumes for repair enzymes, aiming 1.2 grams per kilogram body weight daily. Hydration remains vital. 10+ glasses water thins mucus and dilutes liver loads, preventing stagnation. Building protective habits. Cultivate movement as a pillar. 150 minutes weekly moderate activity, like brisk walks or cycling, expands lung capacity via increased VO2 max, while pumping blood to liver for efficient detox. Aerobics enhance VO2 max, improving oxygen efficiency. Track via fitness apps for progress. Yoga's pranayama, like alternate nostril, strengthens diaphragm, aiding deep clearance without fatigue. Posture plays a role. Upright alignment opens airways, reducing diaphragmatic pressure from liver enlargement. Practice wall stands 5 minutes daily. It boosts vital capacity by 10 to 15% over months. Laughter therapy. Watch comedies 20 minutes daily. Expels stale air, engaging muscles for natural detox. Vaccinations prevent overload. Annual flu and pneumonia shots shield lungs from infections that spike liver stress. Early detection via yearly spirometry and ALT/AST tests catches shifts, allowing tweaks. Sleep hygiene sustains. 7 to 9 hours in cool, ventilated rooms optimizes circadian detox. Liver peaks midnight to 3 a.m. Lungs repair during REM.
Addressing risk factors. For high-risk groups, past smokers, extend NAC or milk thistle quarterly to clear residues, with evidence of 40% faster tar elimination. Maintain BMI 18.5 to 24.9. Excess weight compresses lungs and fattens liver. Gradual loss via calorie balance yields 15% function gains. Alcohol moderation, under 1 drink per day women, 2 men, or abstinence protects enzymes. Pair with B vitamins to buffer. Occupational hazards. Protective gear and brakes minimize fume intake, preserving baseline health. Hormonal or genetic factors. Tailor with zinc for men, testosterone liver link, or iron checks for women, anemia lung strain. Community monitoring. Join wellness groups, ensures accountability. Seasonal and environmental strategies. Adapt to seasons. Winter emphasizes humidifiers and ginger teas for dry air. Summer focuses on hydration and shade to avoid heat-induced strain. Monitor pollen via apps, using neti pots for rinse. Reduces allergens by 50%. Travel tips? Pack portable purifiers. Stay hydrated on flights to counter cabin pressure on lungs. Post-exposure, double antioxidants for rebound. Global changes like wildfires? Stock masks and indoor plants, snake plant for oxygen. These pivots keep prevention dynamic. Monitoring progress and motivation. Track quarterly. Log breath tests, energy scales, or app-based steps. Blood work every 6 months validates. Dropping CRP signals success. Motivate with goals. Run a 5K or hike comfortably as benchmarks. Share in journals or forums. Visualization of clear, energized futures reinforces. Plateaus? Reassess exposures or add variety like swimming for low-impact cardio. Professional guidance refines, ensuring sustained wins. This framework empowers prevention as empowerment, yielding decades of robust health.
Part 7. Nutrition for Sustained Health. Fueling long-term lung and liver wellness starts in the kitchen. Nutrient-dense meals act as daily shields, reducing inflammation and supporting repair without supplements alone. Focus on anti-inflammatory, fiber-packed choices that thin mucus, bind toxins, and optimize enzyme function, potentially cutting chronic risks by 25 to 40% over time. Whole foods provide bioavailable compounds, making this the cornerstone of prevention. Prioritize colorful produce. Berries like blueberries and strawberries deliver quercetin and anthocyanins that stabilize long mast cells and protect liver from oxidative damage. Aim for 1 to 2 cups daily, fresh or frozen in smoothies, to boost glutathione, a key detoxifier for both organs. Studies link regular intake to lower fibrosis markers and improved airflow. Leafy greens like spinach and kale offer chlorophyll precursors and folate, enhancing oxygen binding in lungs while aiding liver methylation for toxin clearance. 2 to 3 cups steamed or raw per day integrates easily into salads or sides, fostering vascular health. Cruciferous veggies like broccoli and Brussels sprouts activate phase 2 liver enzymes via sulforaphane, expelling carcinogens that burden lungs. Roast or stir-fry 3 to 4 servings weekly. Research shows they reduce pollutant-induced inflammation by 30%. Protein and fat choices. Lean proteins repair tissues without overload. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel supply omega-3s that lubricate airways and thin liver fats, with EPA-DHA lowering triglycerides. 2 to 3 servings, 4 ounces each, weekly aligns with guidelines, improving lung elasticity and enzyme levels. Plant-based options like lentils and quinoa provide fiber-bound proteins that sweep gut toxins before liver processing, easing respiratory strain. 1 cup cooked daily in bowls or soups supports steady energy. Healthy fats from avocados, nuts like walnuts and almonds, and olive oil reduce lung viscosity and prevent fatty liver progression. Drizzle 1 to 2 tablespoons oil daily. Evidence confirms they cut ALT elevations and enhance bronchodilation. Avoid excess red meat. Opt for grass-fed if including to minimize heme iron overload that stresses both systems. Balance with fermented fruits like yogurt and kimchi for probiotics that modulate inflammation. Carbs and sweeteners wisely. Choose complex carbs for sustained fuel. Whole grains like oats and brown rice with beta-glucans that bind bile acids, aiding liver detox and mucus clearance. Half to 1 cup per meal keeps blood sugar stable, preventing insulin spikes that inflame airways. Sweeten naturally with fruits over refined sugars. Apple's pectin traps heavy metals for export, benefiting lungs from urban exposures. Limit added sugars to less than 25 grams daily. Excess promotes steatosis and oxidative stress. Green tea, 2 to 3 cups daily, adds catechins that shield lung cells from pollution and regenerate liver tissue. Brew loose for potency. Caffeine-free evenings suit sleep routines.
Sample meal plans. Breakfast. Oatmeal topped with berries and walnuts. Fiber flushes. Omegas soothe. Lunch. Quinoa salad with kale, broccoli, and olive oil dressing. Antioxidants protect. Dinner. Grilled salmon with steamed Brussels sprouts and brown rice. Omegas repair. Snacks. Apple slices or green tea. Quick detox boosts. Rotate seasonally for variety. Portion via plate method. 1/2 veggies, 1/4 protein, 1/4 grains ensures balance. Hydration and beverage boosts beyond water, herbal infusions enhance. Dandelion tea, 1 to 2 cups, acts as a mild diuretic, flushing liver while hydrating lung linings. Caffeine-free, it supports overnight repair. Beet juice, 4 ounces, 3 times weekly, nitrates widen vessels for better oxygenation, reducing liver pressure. Blend with lemon for vitamin C synergy. Coconut water hydrates with electrolytes, preventing dehydration-induced congestion, 1 cup post-exercise. Total fluids, 3+ liters daily, including meals to maintain flow. Dining out and travel tips. When eating out, scan for grilled options and veggie sides, request no added salts or sauces to avoid hidden burdens. Travel with nuts or apples for control. Mindful eating, chew slowly, eases digestion, lightening liver load. This holistic nutrition sustains your foundation for vibrant, resilient health.
Part 8. Exercise, stress management, and final tips. Wrapping up with dynamic elements, exercise and stress reduction form the capstone for enduring lung-liver synergy, enhancing circulation and repair while preventing stagnation. These practices boost oxygen delivery and hormonal balance, lowering inflammation by 20 to 30% long-term and sustaining prior gains. Integrate 3 to 5 sessions weekly for momentum, starting slow to build adherence. Aerobic activities like brisk walking or cycling, 30 minutes daily, expand lung capacity via increased VO2 max while pumping blood to liver for efficient detox. Research links 150 minutes moderate cardio to reduced fat accumulation and better alveolar function, easing both organs' workload. Alternate with swimming for low-impact resistance, ideal for joint ease. Strength training, bodyweight squats, resistance bands, 2x weekly builds muscle, aiding metabolic rate and toxin flushing. It counters sedentary risks, with studies showing 15% lower ALT levels in consistent practitioners. Pair with core work like planks to support diaphragmatic breathing, linking respiratory and abdominal health. Yoga and Tai Chi blend movement with breath. Poses like downward dog invert gently, draining lymph and stimulating liver flow. 20-minute sessions improve flexibility, reducing stress hormones that inflame airways. Stress and sleep integration. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, promoting liver fat and lung constriction. Counter with mindfulness to restore equilibrium. Meditation, 10 minutes daily, apps like Headspace, lowers reactivity with evidence of 25% reduced CRP in lungs and better enzyme regulation. Deep breathing, 4-7-8 technique, activates parasympathetic response, enhancing oxygenation overnight. Quality sleep, 7 to 9 hours, primes regeneration. Liver detox peaks 1 to 3 a.m., lungs repair in REM. Create routines, dim lights, no screens, to deepen cycles, preventing sleep apnea that strains both. Naps under 30 minutes refresh without disruption. Journaling evenings processes emotions, reducing mental load. Nature walks combine stress relief with air quality benefits.
Holistic daily routine. Synthesize everything. Mornings start with hydration and light yoga, 10 minutes, followed by nutrient breakfast. Midday walks, 20 minutes, maintain flow. Afternoons for herbal tea. Evenings wind with meditation and early dinner, prepping for rest. Weekends add longer hikes or family activities for joy. Track via wearable for steps and heart rate, adjusting for energy. Seasonal shifts, indoor yoga winters, outdoor runs summers. When to seek help and motivation. Monitor red flags, persistent cough, yellowing skin, or fatigue warrant checkups. Early LFTs or spirometry catch issues. Annual wellness visits personalize, especially with risks like family history. Stay motivated. Set micro goals, e.g. 10K steps. Reward with non-food treats. Community classes or apps foster accountability. Remember, small shifts yield profound vitality. Wrapping up, your path forward.
You've now got a comprehensive blueprint for lung and liver mastery, from basics to advanced blends, nutrition, movement, and mindset. This isn't restriction, it's empowerment for deeper breaths, sharper energy, and resilient health. Commit gradually, celebrate progress, and revisit as needed. Your body thrives on care. Start today for tomorrow's strength. Thanks for joining. Subscribe for more. Like if inspired, comment your takeaways. Consult pros before changes, especially with conditions. Breathe easy, live fully.